Are associations worth joining? That's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by mycleaningconnection.com, and there's a list on there of associations that have to do with the cleaning industry, and then also the local chambers of commerce and things like that that you may want to join. All right, so check it out, mycleaningconnection.com. Now back to today's question, which was from a write-in from a customer, or it could be a homeowner, it could be a house cleaner, who wanted to know if joining associations was a good way to run your business. All right, so that's an excellent question, and the answer is yes, if. Yes, if you work it, because you're only going to get out of something what you put into it. So if you join, let's say the Chamber of Commerce, and you never attend a meeting, and you never go online and you never access any of their information or their documents, it's a waste of your money. It's not going to be good for you at all. But if you use it to your advantage, then yes, it's well worth the $100 or $300 or $500 a year that it's going to cost you to join. Now, there are a lot of different associations that are out there, and there are business meetings like BNI or the networking groups that are in your area that are sponsored by different business groups. Okay, so the Chamber of Commerce is one of them, BNI is another one. There are also cleaning associations and different groups that you can join. My suggestion would be, what do they have that they offer? Now, for example, the Better Business Bureau offers the information that you can use for your website. So you can say, we are proud members of the Better Business Bureau, or we are accredited members. And then you are allowed to use their logo and their seal on your website, which lends instant credibility. Also, having a Chamber of Commerce logo lends instant credibility. So if you're just starting out in the business and you need the instant credibility to show that you are in fact a real business, that's a great way to do that. Now, my next suggestion would be that you actually attend the meetings. So if there are local meetups and there are meetings, let's say once a month or once a week, I would recommend that you go. Now, there are a lot of other people that go there that are not necessarily house cleaners. So you say, why would I go? What does this have to do with me? What it has to do with you is you're part of a community. You're part of something that is bigger than yourself. And so when you go to these meetings, you want to network and you want to pass out your business cards and you want to interact with people that are there. There are a lot of small business owners that join the Chamber of Commerce. And so as a result, you might be able to create what we call industry partnerships. And the industry partnerships allow you to connect with, let's say, carpet cleaners or window washers or people that do pressure washing. And maybe these are people that service some of the same customers that you have. Now, as a house cleaner, it's really easy to get in our head and think that we have all the answers because we are house cleaners. But the reality is there are other businesses that, because they have the same clients you do, they might also have some same information that you need. For example, I would ask them while you're networking, where do you go to find the best customers? And then listen, because they may have some places that they go that you haven't even thought of yet. And you're like, oh, that's a whole untapped market that I haven't even considered. And so you can pick up clues from the other people that are working in the same markets that you're in. Hey, by the way, what is your best tactic for collecting money from people who are slow to pay? And then listen what the other vendors that are in the area working with the same clients on the same budget as you, what they have to tell you. And then also ask questions like, where do you find your best employees? How do you hire your best employees? What are your best hiring practices? How do you fire a customer when you've discovered that they've lied to you or that they've tricked you into doing more work than you've actually bid? Like, what are your methods of fixing that kind of a problem? And find out how other local vendors are doing it in your market. Because it's really easy to go online, for example, and to go in a Facebook group where all kinds of people say things that in fact they don't have the courage themselves to say to a customer. So they'll give you this great advice, but the reality is they themselves are not doing it. And so you get face to face with your customer and you're kind of like, well, I'm kind of a little bit nervous to try this because my Facebook friend is not paying my bills. I'm the one that's paying my bills. And if I do what my Facebook friend said, I might totally screw up this deal and then I lose a client. So I'm not so sure if I should do it or not. But if you're talking to another vendor, let's say a local painter who has dealt with some of the same customers or in the same neighborhoods, he might say, okay, so here's the deal with this neighborhood. Here's about the going rate. Here's about how much you can charge. Here's how you collect. And they might give you some great advice or some great tips. And so there's a lot you can learn from other people that are not specifically in your industry. And then you can always partner up with those industry partners and say, listen, you're a house painter, so we won't step on each other's toes because I'm a house cleaner. So if you go to bid a job and the house is too messy and you need everything cleaned so that you can get to the walls, then would you give them my card and I will give people your card, and you swap cards so that you can help promote each other in the same community. So people work with people they know, like, and trust. And in my local community in Charlotte, North Carolina, I have handfuls of people that I've known for 15, 20 years. And we've all been sending business to each other across the years because we deal with a lot of the same customers in the same markets. So it's not just how much is it going to cost me and is it worth it? It's only worth it if you put in the time and the effort. It's like the gym membership. You buy a gym membership and that doesn't make you skinny. It doesn't make you toned, right? Unless you get in the car and you go down to the gym and you work out on a regular, consistent basis, your gym membership is just a waste of money. And so it's the same with these community groups and networking groups and business groups. If you join them but you don't participate, it's a waste of money. But if you go and you get as much out of them as you possibly can, and you become a mover and a shaker and a leader in the community, and you volunteer at the meetings, and you're the first to show up and the last to leave, you're going to become known as a pillar in the community. And then when people say, hey, who do you know that's a house cleaner? They're going to say, I know Angela. Call Angela and her company because they're everywhere, right? They're at all the meetings I attend. And so you want to become that person. You want to become the face of your business. So is it worth it to join associations? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, if you are willing to put in the time. Alrighty, that's my 2 cents for today. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.